Hey guys, Gaddock Teeg here. This is my video for the Hardmode Cademimu. The problem is, some of the footage at the end got corrupted, but that's okay. Cademimu is boring. I'll tell you that. It's long, it's not interesting or difficult at all, except for one boss. The first boss is actually the first boss I've seen so far that is different from its story mode version. Well, the last boss of Cademimu is also different as one extra mechanic, but that's not a big deal. The first boss in Cademimu is how bosses should work in hard mode from story mode. It has basically the same structure, but done different enough where it feels, you know, new and fresh. So let's take a look at that boss right now. So, same basic setup. You have the one police droid and the police dude. And on the pull, we start attacking the policeman dude. And the droid will chase people around, and if he catches them, lock them down. There are also some AoE reticles in the ground that do some damage and can lock people down, so you can't stand in those. So right here, we're going to try and attempt this the way most people do it in story mode. You just burn the police officer down as fast as you can, and nothing else really matters. The droid doesn't do anything once you kill the officer guy. So you just kite him around and you should be able to kill the boss pretty quickly. So he picks a target and they kite him around a little bit. There's a reticle that targets itself on a random raid member. It does some damage. You can heal right for it. It really isn't a big deal. Everyone just gets back onto the boss, start attacking him. I am targeted by the guy. He also puts a debuff on you that can be cleansed, that slowly over time reduces your speed.
So you see here I got locked down, and you'll find out why in a few minutes, but we just thought it was a bug or something went wrong. So we just chalked it up to whatever, and that was it.
After a while, the arrest wears off and I can get back to healing. So, we're trying the strategy where you kill the guy, kill him first. And you'll see we actually accomplish this in a second. So once we kill the guy, he enrages and does 200% damage and starts rail-shotting people. Now, I don't know if you saw right there, but I was at full health, and I am at maybe a tenth of my health. And he did a 12k hit to kill me. I have been told by my tank here that this is healable, I guess. Maybe it is. I'm a bad healer. I'm not going to say I'm a good healer. But I don't think it was possible for me to heal it. So this forces us to do this a different way. We actually have to kill the droid. We have to kite him around and then finally kill him. I think the droid could definitely have less HP. Maybe like 75% or 66% of what he currently has, because if you get him that far, you've proven that you can do the mechanics, and then it's just grinding at that point. So you want to cleanse off the speed debuff as best you can.
Now if you look down at the ground right there, you'll see that orange circle. And none of us had noticed this before, but the orange circle is actually what locks you down. What I was in before when I was walking around and suddenly I was locked down was the circle. Now the good thing is this works on the boss also. So this phase could be quicker if you walk him through one of these arrest circles, because he'll be locked down and won't be able to chase you anymore. I believe this is what you're supposed to do with the encounter, as opposed to what we did where we just kite him around the entire time. The rest of this phase is pretty boring, so I'll fast forward you to the point where we realize that if we walk him through the circle, he'll be locked down.
So you'll see here that we finally kited him through one of those explosive circles, and he arrests himself, and we just burn him down for the rest of his health. Now, I'm not saying this is a boss guide. I could be wrong with some of these mechanics. I'm just saying from what I've seen, which is these 2 attempts. I'm not guaranteeing you that this will work for every group, or that it's even correct in and of itself. But this is an example of what a good hard mode boss conversion would be. It at least has different mechanics where we can't go in the first time and steamroll it with our eyes closed. I hope that the last 2, Mando Raiders and what is the last one? Aethys. Mando Raiders and Aethys, I hope, are more like this boss and less like the rest. If you'd like to see a video of something specific on the PTS, tell me what you'd like in the comments. This has been Gaddock Teeg, signing off.
Fellow citizens, some of you have questioned the makeup of the Cademimu Guard. You ask, why have we recruited off-worlders? But I say, if a man like General Ortol wants to fight for our planet, it would be selfish to deny him that privilege.